Welcome back to eh, unflattering grey walls and their obscure lighting effects. Um, Basically, what we're going to do now is I'm just going to run through a quick, brief combat tutorial because it looks simplistic, but it's a couple of things that if they weren't explained to you, you probably wouldn't gather. So we're going to do that now. Hopefully the audio will work because it seems to not be working on the playtest for some reason. I mean, the playtest itself's fine. It just YouTube doesn't like the stuff. So a combat tutorial, right? We'll go for this save file. It's pretty much a mid-game playthrough. So I'll actually have a couple of things to show. Hey, it don't like the audio for some reason. Stupid YouTube. Right. Take these off. And go find some guys to hit upside the head. What guys have I got in here that I can bring up? We've got the bird done. That's a DLC anyway. um, what else have we got? We've got the Octo Squid. That's about all. And then random ambient enemies. Tell you what, we'll go over here. Introduce you to a few basics with the Octo Squid. Right, so when you find no, the sound's just kicked in. Right, so when you find the bestiary in the Hunters Guild, you can essentially get hits. You can get. I want to go find the Octo Squid and batter it upside the head. So when you do find the Octo Squid and you batter it upside the head, it will leave you a little trophy, and you can summon it at any time and batter it upside the head again. You know, for giggles. Oh wow, it just really does not like the sound effect. Right. Okay. So combat basics. We've just run into the I did to our burger. Right. So combat basics. You've got your basic attack. You can access the skills you've purchased and unlocked. Your character can defend, or you can get your items. So if we go into items, depending on if you've got any, you can access your food items, which will replenish your energies, which will mean that you can use skills. They also give you a little bit of HP boost if you need them. They're pretty useful in early game, but not so much in the late game. In the late game, it's recommended that you use the healing items or healing skills. I myself, I prefer the healing skills, 'cause it just makes it a bit easier. Here they are, the bandage, the plaster, and the meds. So the meds, they remove status ailments. So if you're poisoned or paralyzed, use some meds. They'll get rid. The plaster allows you to restore health. The bandage allows you to restore health. There's a couple of other things that you can use. Like you can buy things from the blacksmiths that give you stat boosts, like great stat boosts. Like you can boost defense or your agility, like the skills can. We'll run through that a little bit later. So at the moment we've got the Octo Squid there. And a basic attack. We'll just attack the Octo Squid. Attack, little female sparks. I'll use this to demonstrate a skill. The Adventurer. You can purchase from the Adventurers Guild. You can hire an adventurer who joins you in your party to explore together. We'll give him a boost. So your character can both unlock. Oh no, wait. Can you buy them? I don't think you can buy them. The female spouse or your spouse character, you unlock these by leveling, and they're quite useful. You can give your characters massive stat boosts, basically. So we'll use the boost. What does this do? I think this increases attack and defense, but I'm not 100% sure. So the adventurer is boosted. He's he's got the stats boost thing. You can also get negative status ailments that you can sling at the enemy that will paralyze them, that will make them weak and clumsy, throw them off guard. So if you come across a particularly high level character, it doesn't mean that you can't do them. It just means that you need to use the correct status ailments. Like you can get your stereotypical fantasy cliches of your poison, paralyze, confuse, etc., etc. If you use these to great effect, you can pretty much have anything in the game at any level. It's just if you've got them unlocked. Right. So have I actually got any of these skills unlocked? We've got Razzmatazz, Confuse, Sleep, Shush, Poison, Clumsy, Delay, Weaken, Feeble. And then in the positive section we've got Boost, which I think that greatly increases your attack. You've got Resist, which means the magic attacks won't affect you. Barrier means that you're really strong, and essentially attacks do no damage. So they're worth using. Nigh on, like when you come across some of the stronger enemies that can take you out one hit, you have to use. So it's an element of strategy there. It's not just mash attack until you win. So what we'll do is we'll put a blink on our spouse character. This should greatly increase your agility and mean that the enemies can't hit you. We'll just defend with this guy so that we can properly demonstrate this. So there's the blink. The enemy should not be able to attack you now. So we'll just defend and see what the enemy does. No, the enemy defended as well. Good one, enemy. Yeah, right, so he just hit us with a water attack for 200 damage. Fair enough. It didn't demonstrate the blink, but hey. Physical attacks will not hit you. I'm not sure about magic attacks, I haven't tested that yet. So what we'll do is, we'll slap a poison on the giant great octo squid. We'll also hit him with a power shot. So the power shot hits for a couple of 1,000 points, and the guy's now poisoned. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. It's just if you have them a lot to you. So what we can also do is we can paralyze the guy, which means he won't be able to move, and then just batter him. You can confuse the guy, which I think that means he will attack party members. Razzmatazz, it basically confuses him a lot and again makes him attack party members. You can poison him, which takes damage off every go. You can cast Shush, which essentially, if they're a magic user, you can silence them. Or you can put them to sleep. Let's put him to sleep. And eat a stew. We'll eat a stew. So there we go. The guy's asleep. He's out of the game for a couple of rounds. He's gone. He's asleep. Bare basics. Simple crap. How to win. Ah. Well, there we go. We just took out the Octosquid. One of the first bosses you can come across. He's actually quite powerful, but I'm really over leveled for him. So you come up to him about level sort of 5, 10. Quite challenging at the time. Pretty much all the enemies can essentially wipe you out one hit. So you really do have to be careful and stock up on items and things. It's recommended to grab a couple of people in your party as well, because like the bees, or the bats, like the bees will poison you and the bats will confuse you. If the bats confuse you, they'll just like take you for all your health and basically leave you there. And there's not what you can do because you're confused. Your character can't move. So there is an element of strategy to combat. It's not just simple mash A until the character in front of you dies and rinse and repeat. So here we go with the leather crafting tools. You can create items that boost your stats. Great for early game if your character's not quite strong enough to tackle the enemies. We'll just run through that quickly. So we'll go back down to there's the leather crafting tools. We've just made some leather pads, some sharpening stones, and some gemstones. The leather pads, they boost defense. Your character can sew them into their clothing and get defense boost. So we'll give them to all. We'll give them all to the adventurer. We'll give him the sharpening stones as well, which boosts your attack. And then there's the gemstones. We'll give the intelligence boost, which boosts your magic abilities. We'll give them to the spouse because she's a bit of a caster. You can also purchase from the blacksmith objects of similar effect. You can also get little stones that can essentially apply. Say you don't have the agility or defense boosting skills unlocked, you can buy little stones that will let you use them in battle and apply the skills to all of your party members if you don't have them unlocked, which is useful. Tell you what we'll do. We'll try the overpowered DLC boss, the bird devil, is it? Is that the one I've got? Not yet. The bird devil. Fight the bird devil again. There he is, the bird devil. Hello, Mr. Bird Devil. How is your day? The music's not playing. Must be something to do with the stream. Okay, so we'll hit him with a poison. And again, boost our adventure. No, he tried to paralyze us. Nasty devil. We'll slap a razzmatazz on him. So he hits himself and gets confused. And we'll hit him with a poison blade. So these guys, they have high HP. Your characters can't do much damage, so he's got high HP. So slap a poison on him and it'll chip away at him every round. You know, stereotypical fantasy stuff. RPG cliches, RPG norms. So what we'll do is we'll put a barrier on our spouse so that if he does hit us, we won't take any damage. And we'll hit him with a killer. Hits for 6,000. There's the barrier. So should he hit us, the spouse will be safe behind her barrier. So along with these, we've got stereotypical attacks. Like there's the a silver bullet there. Yeah. And we're out of the adventurers out of energy, so we can't use any of these at the minute. So we'll use the power shot. It's the only one we got available. Only hits for 1,500. And is HP there. Right, so what we'll do there is we'll heal the party and restore some energy so we can use our abilities. We'll have a roast. That gives us full energy. Okay, so he's still dazzled, so he's still out here. He's not fighting back. But I think this guy, one hit from this guy will wipe a party, man. So you do have to be careful. Okay, so we'll hit him with uh, another Razzmatazz. We'll keep that on him, so we don't want him getting out of his dazed state, so he can't one shot us. We'll hit him with a deadly dance. Hits for 10,000. Put a blink on the adventurer so that his agility is high. What does the adventurer hit for? Just standard attack. 2,000. Oh no, he's not dazzled anymore, he's just poisoned. So we'll defend quickly in case he, Oh no, wait, where did the blink go? Oh, it's on me. Okay, so we'll just defend quickly in case. Oh, the poison took him out. Yeah, there we go. So because we've already beaten him, we don't get any XP or gold or anything. It's just for fun. So what we'll do is we'll just quickly head back to the. We'll go quickly, restore our energy and our health. We're both at full health, so we'll just grab something to eat, restore our energies in case we get attacked. We'll check out the blacksmith, right? So these stones, these will equip your full party, sorry, with blink, barrier, resist, etc. They're worth using. We'll pick up a couple of these. Give everyone a barrier. Give everyone a blink. You can also pick up these, which are more expensive than the mined items, but do the same thing. You can also increase your spouse's health and energies. So very useful, worthwhile. Some bosses, they're necessary. Where shall we? Oh yeah, I'll show you the guilds at the moment whilst we're here. So these guys, these are the clerics. They'll teach you healing spells. Um, these are the mages guild. They'll teach you magic skills. They've also got a fancy blade for sale, the ice blades, one of the power weapons. So there's a darkness scroll, light scroll, wind scroll, an earth scroll, water scroll, fire scroll, thunder scroll, and an ice scroll. Yeah, no. Typical magic things. But my spouse isn't a mage, so we'll leave them for the time being. There's also this guy in the Adventurers Guild which will teach you sort of physical skills. These can all be purchased and used at any time in combat. Which ability you buy is up to you. Some people might prefer how some work to others, etc., etc. That's half the fun, finding out what they are, what they do. So you can buy things from the guild, teach your spouse abilities. Actually, should we do that? We'll go buy a scroll. Show you how it works. So you can purchase the scroll. We'll purchase the poke scroll for 1,000 gold. So you can poke an enemy. Upon purchasing the scroll, you can find it in your inventory somewhere. There we go. Poison blade scroll, poke scroll, shot scroll. So you can have one of your party members use it. And it should, yeah, teach your full party how to use the skill. It just sits in your inventory. If you get a new party member and need to teach them the skills as well. So you know, there is. That's how skills work. Your spouse unlocks a few natural skills, but they're only the status ailments. Like the razzmatazz, the poison, the sleep, the paralyzed, clumsy, feeble, barrier, blink, resist, boost. Your spouse unlocks these naturally through leveling. I think she unlocks them pretty early, or he unlocks them pretty early, so level 10 to 15-ish. But then you must purchase the fancy skills that actually do damage. Because you need something to spend your monies on in the game. Whilst we're near the blacksmiths, actually, you can purchase a whole range of weapons and armors from the blacksmith. Staffs, maces, guns, bows, knives, axes, spears, and swords. You can also get a range of armors, which will make your spouse untouchable. Shields, helms, armors, plates, depending on what your playstyle is. So yeah. There's a couple of things to find here and there naturally. Tell you what we'll do. We'll go show you some of the DLC enemies. Sleep until night. Copper wash. Cute little naked spouse doing cute little naked spouse things. That's what you want in a spouse. That's what everyone wants in a spouse. Cute little naked spouse. You make me a sandwich. Yeah. Get in the kitchen. Sexist. Right. So we'll head through the orb to the Winterland Fields, mining town, and check out these snakes. Hello, snakes. Scary purple snake. What are you doing? Don't they look happy? Right. So these guys, they're quite high level. They hit for a lot of damage. So you gotta be careful. So what we'll do is we'll use an item. We'll give everyone really good evasion so they can't hit us. And we'll boost the adventure. You can get three party members as well as your spouse. They all come with their own skills and equipment. Um, unless you want to upgrade them through the usual means, purchasing items, purchasing armor. Um, we'll give everyone a barrier as well. Attack the trees now. Oh no, that barrier didn't land on the adventure. So we'll poke the tree snake. Poke the tree snake. Hits for a couple of thousand. No, his histers were paralyzed. So that's the adventurer. What we'll have to do is chuck him a remedy. And a blink. Now the spouse is paralyzed. So these snake things, they love paralyzing people. So what we'll do is we'll hit them with the void shot. There we go. They're done. So we'll just stand there and let them hit us. So you can see the raw might. The raw might of the tree snake in action. Everyone sits and drinks milk, tells a stew, and gets paralyzed. So he can just defend. Yeah, that didn't paralyze. So there we go, it just hit us for 1,000 damage. That's us nearly wiped out. That's with defend. Oh, there we go. The raw might of the tree snake. Away goes our character. What do we do? Poke it. Poke the tree snake. No, I said poke the tree snake. So because the spouse isn't there to heal us, we'll have to use a plaster. No, and just get wiped out. And there we go. Pocket Smells Adventure. Rock up to a snake and get help. So there we are. Um, Combat in the Pocket Spells world. Make sure you're fully equipped with your items. Make sure you've got enough energy to use your skills. Pick up a couple of skills here and there. Don't take enemies lightly. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching.